Hey guys, Blonde Ass or Toxic Kids here, and today, our second video of the day, I'm going to do something completely different that I've not done on my channel before. I'm going to talk about, anime. Yes, anime. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a pretty big weeb, and today I'm actually just going to talk to you guys about, what my favorite anime are. So, as you can already see on the list, this is pretty much like my favorite anime in order. These are all the anime that I have watched so far. As you can see, I'm currently watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I also have a, where is it? To watch list. That's my to watch list, like what I'm going to watch next. But, regardless of that, I guess I will just get right into it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I guess I'll talk about, like, why these are on my list and stuff like that. So, to start, I guess I'll go with Code Geass is my all-time favorite anime. Now, I'm super hyped for R3 that's coming out. When is it? In fall. Really hyped for that. Code Geass, by far my favorite anime. I really love, like, the overcomplication, the thinking of things like that. Definitely the best ending to an anime, like, of all time for me. I mean, I haven't seen that many anime, but, like, I hear that everyone pretty much says that. So, I really just love, like, the whole thinking behind it and stuff like that. And it was just like, it was such a cool experience to see like all these twists and turns, because usually I can kind of see what's going to happen and stuff like that, but like there's a lot of stuff that you just don't see coming in the anime, and I'm going to try to keep this as, okay, I guess, yeah, I'm going to try to keep this as spoilers free as possible, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I just did not see coming in that anime, and all like the just insane mind games and stuff like that, that Lelouch has, and his like complete just intellect just kind of made that number one for me. For number two, I have Gurren Lagann, however you want to pronounce it. On the complete contrary of Code Geass, this is just like the manliest anime ever. Oh my gosh, Kamina and Simone, those are just so. Oh my gosh, this whole thing was just such like an experience for me. When you're like shipping Yoko and Kamina, Yoko and Simone, it's, oh my gosh, it gets such into like the feels when all that stuff happened. I'm gonna not spoil anything for this one, but after episode 8, it just hits you right in the feels, and it gets, oh man, this was such a good anime, just reminiscing on all of the stuff that happens and like how it happens. It's just like, it really kind of like shows you, it really shows you like a new perspective on like how to live through your problems in a way, because obviously like they're living underground, that's like a huge problem, but Kamina gives no shits, and he just says, fuck the world, this is my world now. And yeah, I mean, just like the complete like badassery of it, of course, like literally, like, okay, they just control like the whole entire fucking universe at the end of the show, like, let's be real. Yeah, just the whole entire like badassery of it. I mean, it just like leads it to me to my number two. Like, there's not as many like plot twists and stuff like that. Like, it was pretty fair to see everything that was coming, except for like, you know, that one thing. I'm not gonna say what it is, but yeah, it's still like such like an overwhelming show that it just makes it high on my list. Number three is No Game No Life. No Game No Life. It's kind of like Code Geass in a way, where it's just like super overthinking by Sora and Shiro. And that's kind of what makes it my number three, just like all like these mind games, stuff like that, where all like the super thinking ahead and stuff, where it's just like, oh my gosh, and because we did this, and then this happened, and stuff like that. And once again, I'm super hyped for the movie that is coming out. I think it's coming out in this summer, which is going to be really cool. But yeah, pretty much for the same reason that Code Geass is my number one, No Game No Life is my number three. Just really unpredictable, but there's a lot more. There's kind of less action than in Code Geass, and there's a little bit more filler and stuff like that. It's more comedic than Code Geass was. Code Geass is more like action thrillery, whereas No Game No Life is more of like a kind of like comedy at a lot of points, which is fine. It's like good. It's cool that it has its own style at the same time, but I guess that's why it's below Code Geass, if I had to say why. Number four is Steins Gate. Steins Gate is just a really cool take on the whole time travel thing, where it's just like they have like really cool number one, obviously really cool theory. I don't know if that's like the author's actual like belief on how time travel would work, but it's definitely like a really cool theory. It's a show that really makes you think about stuff, and it makes you think about like what would happen if we actually have time travel, and kind of that like overall arching thing of like, oh, it makes you really think about what's going to happen next, and like what's the consequences of all these actions, because pretty much everyone knows that something's gonna go wrong. Like pretty much like that's the obvious part. Like everything always goes wrong with time travel movies and shit like that, but it really makes you think about like what is going to go wrong and why is it going to go wrong, and it really keeps you in a whole state of suspense, and you can really feel um, oh, what is his name? Like Okabe, Rinkato Okabe, is I think. Shit. Yeah, you can really feel his struggles when he's trying to save Mayuri, and also he's trying to save. Oh shoot, that might have been a spoiler. When he's trying to save Mayuri, and as well as he's trying to save what's her face, Makise Kurisu. I love saying Japanese names; they're so fun. But yeah, it just it honestly hits me right in the feels too. Kurisu is also she's kind of bae. She's kind of a bae. It's alright. Speaking of baes though, Yoko from Gurren Lagann, that hey, she's waifu number 2. All right. Next up, number 5, Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god, I really loved Hunter x Hunter. The only reason it's not higher is because of they left this in like a stupid cliffhanger, and the author keeps going on hiatus, to be honest. But if they finished it off, like, oh my god, that had such huge potential to be so good. I mean, I still loved it, and it's still super good, but they just left me with way too many cliffhangers that I know aren't going to continue for me to put it higher. Like, I really loved all the action and all of it, like all the action and like how they chose to do fights and how they chose to like have like the special powers like intact. Just made it really cool. Personally, I wasn't honestly that big of a fan of the Chimera Ant arc. Except for like the ending, I felt like it was dragged on for like a super long time, which is a little bit unnecessary. But at the same time, I can appreciate it, and I really did like all the fighting scenes and just how they implemented all those mechanics, as well as the character development that Gon and Killua both go through, as well as finally meeting fucking Gon's dad. Holy shit, that was so annoying. How he like on episode like 150 or some shit like that, we meet him. Anyways, next up is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Do I even need to say anything about this anime? This is widely regarded as like possibly the GOAT of animes. Like, it's so good. Just oh my god, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, it's just such a good show. It's what do I even say about it? Full Metal FMA Brotherhood. Like, it's such a nice show. Just super well rounded. They have comedy at times. They have like a really nice storyline. They have like not the protagonist being super OP, but actually the villains being like ridiculously OP, which is a nice change of pace from like a lot of the other shows. Like obviously Hunter x Hunter, he's like a 10-year-old that has like that can beat up like adults that have trained for their lives. Gurren Lagann's kind of like the same way. They train for like 2 years, and they can like beat the rulers of the galaxy or whatever. So it's a nice change of pace, I guess, where it's not like the protagonist being super OP, and as well as that, it's like really interesting to see how the storyline develops. Like they keep you in the dark for a lot of the show, but then eventually like reveal a lot of stuff as well. All right, number 7 is ReZero. ReZero is honestly, I really like it for kind of the same way that I like SAO, because obviously like, I'm a really big gamer, and that's kind of like it's just like a really cool thing to see like people stuck in video games and stuff like that in a way, and I really liked how Subaru develops throughout the entire thing. Like he goes through a bunch of different stages of like, oh, this is so cool, to like, oh, everyone's dying, and now I'm like that take a huge toll on him mentally, to like, oh, the only way to I'm gonna see people die. The only way to get through this is to actually like try to like use my power to get through this in a way. So I really loved that overall development, and I'm really looking forward to what they're having in store for the future. I'm actually thinking of reading the manga or light novel or whatever it is, but we'll see if I have time for that. I'm not sure. Number 8 is SAO. I mean, what am I going to say about SAO? I know everyone hates it, blah blah blah. I love SAO. I think it's really good. Even I like all the arcs, to be honest. Obviously, the first arc where they're actually the Aincrad arc is like obviously like my favorite arc, but past that, the only one I really didn't like the Alfheim Online arc. That arc, I didn't like it that much. I did like GGO though. I thought that obviously like I like it for different reasons. I like it just for the fantasy factor of it, and I really obviously Asuna is bae. Asuna is my waifu. So yeah, I am a big ass weeb. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I say it's just I feel like it's a solid show overall. Like you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And the reason you hate it is from like an analytical standpoint, where you're like, okay, like these characters don't really go through too much character development and stuff like that. And like there's no overarching like themes and stuff like that that really make you like think about stuff. But at the same time, like I like it just because it's such like number one is my first anime, which is like really cool. So obviously I have fond memories of that. But I like it just for an entertainment factor, not necessarily. I kind of like that it doesn't make you think that much. Anyways, number 9, The Familiar of Zero. I just watched this. This is the last one I watched, and I gotta say, I really, really like this one. Number 1, I'm not gonna lie, I have a thing for Soons. I have a thing for Soons. And you know who? Luis in this is the biggest Soon of all. Holy crap. I just really like the whole like romance between Luis and Saito, to be honest, in this one. And past that, I honestly thought the story, obviously like the story's not like super good in this one, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. I really liked it. I really liked just the number 1, as I said, like the romance. Number 2 was just how the inner struggles between within a lot of the characters, and kind of like, I guess how they didn't necessarily develop. They're kind of fighting something new each time. A lot of it was kind of, in a way, I'll get to this later, but it's kind of in a way like Cowboy Bebop, like where they have like a lot of just like separate adventures, but they took it far. But they have only a few. They have like a few of those at once, and then they still go back to, and those still all reference like a main story that is going on, which I really like a lot because it helps them to, with all those fillers and stuff. It really helps them flesh out the characters, which is cool because they kind of like choose in different seasons to highlight different characters that they want to flesh out, which I thought was really, really cool. And you don't really see like focusing solely on different characters for different seasons a lot, whereas in this one you really do. Number 10 is Maggie. This is actually the only manga that I keep up with, guys. This is the only manga I read. Maggie. I love Maggie. I think it's, oh my god, the battle scene's so sick, and I can't wait for them to make more seasons of it. The manga's actually almost over. It's so good. I honestly, I just love I love the whole inner struggle because this is a hugely philosophical thing. Obviously not in the anime yet, but in the manga, it's like hugely like philosophical debates right now and stuff like that, and that just it really makes you think, and it really works out your brain, and I really enjoyed that about it. And I think it's probably like, I think it's things that like you don't really think about nowadays, but it still makes you think about like, okay, like, are these people right? It really toys with the idea of a villain who thinks he's doing the right thing, like not a villain who's just evil to be evil, but like okay. This is kind of a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler, so I'm going to say it anyways, because I think everyone knows this. Okay, because Sinbad's pretty much the main villain in that, at the end, Sinbad, but he thinks he's doing the right thing, so, like, they have, like, complete, like, philosophical debates, and it really toys with the idea of, like, oh, what was the word for it? It was, like, I don't even remember the word. There was something on r/anime that they said like that they had a word for that type of villain. But yeah, really it exemplifies that idea, and that's what I really loved about it. Speaking of that, Death Note. Light obviously thinks he's doing the exact same thing. Oh shoot, Light thinks he's also doing the right thing. Honestly, I really like this one. Again, you guys probably know by now that I do like the mind game things that make you think, and this was the best thing. Honestly, this would be way higher up if it weren't for. Incoming spoiler. I'm warning you right now. This is an incoming spoiler that one of my friends ruined the whole anime for me. I'm not going to ruin the whole anime for other people. So, if you haven't seen Death Note, skip ahead if you're ever going to watch it. Alright. So, okay, skip ahead 30 seconds. Skip ahead 30 seconds or 40 seconds. And then, maybe even like a minute or something like that. I don't know. And then come back after, okay? Come back. Yeah. Skip ahead like 2 minutes. And then go back to when I start talking about High School DxD. Alright. So yeah, when L dies, it turned real bad for me. It turned real bad for me. Oh my gosh. Because by that point, they kind of literally just repeated with Nier and whatever the other guy's name is. They just kind of repeated everything that happened with L, except it wasn't even as good. I don't even know how to explain it. Everything was like bad. All the character development and everything they put in L, and all like the development they put between, especially L and Light's relationship, that was the biggest thing. That all disappears when they kill off L, and that's the worst feeling in the world when you get to know a character so well, and especially like the relationship with the main character. I'm not gonna say I guess protagonist in this case, but I mean protagonist is a little bit strong. But yeah, when they just killed that entire thing off, it's just so like I felt like it was just detrimental to the anime, and I understand that. Yes, you can't give Light or you can't give L like plot immunity. Like eventually, someone's gonna have to win. But I don't know. I feel like that didn't need to happen, and that kind of just that really made a bad mark on the anime for me. All right, number 12 is High School DxD. I remember that this was described as this was the thing. This was the description of it. Yeah, plot with plot. So basically, obviously, this is referencing the super ecchi nature of High School DxD. If you don't know, like they actually have like fucking boobs and tits and shit in that. So but there's actually a decent plot to it, and I really did like the action scenes. They did have a lot of character development. Obviously, like the romances and the ecchi nature of it were like the biggest selling points to it. But I did enjoy the plot to that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did, and obviously okay, I'm not gonna lie either. I did enjoy the ecchi nature of it too. Okay. Sue me, okay? I'm a guy. Anyways, yeah, but kind of just fleshing out like the whole entire group's relationships with one another was really interesting to see, and I think it'll be really interesting. I actually was thinking about reading this manga as well because I know that what's it called? I know that a lot of interesting stuff is bound to happen with like the relationships between the angels and what's it called? Fighting like the big ancient dragon, and obviously the white dragon and the red dragon's fight is going to be really cool. So yeah, I really did like the plot with this one. I think it can go places. And overall, I just kind of feel like High School DxD is a little bit underrated because people just assume that because it's super ecchi that it doesn't have any like storyline at all to it, which I think is like an unfair assumption because I really enjoyed the plot, to be honest. Just how everything plays out and like how they actually like get across the different characters' relationships and stuff. Anyways, although to be honest, it kind of turns in if people are gonna like shit on Sword Art Online for being kind of a harem. This is way more of a harem. This is way more of a harem. You can't call SAO a harem and then High School DxD, to be honest. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? Defending my SAO. All right. Number 13 is One Punch Man. One Punch Man. It's pretty much okay. It's a comedy. It's literally it's a satire on the whole superhero genre, and I really like that part of it. Like, it's how it's just complete satire. Like, when going into this, I did not know how they were gonna make a plot out of someone killing everything in one punch. But I mean, they made it work. They really made it work, and I think that's really interesting. How like they have like a stark contrast between Saito and Genos, between like the super serious and like the super like jokester who doesn't really care because like obviously he can just kill everything in one punch. But I'm interested to see where it goes, especially with that like Doctor Robot guy. I know it's coming out in fall. I'm hyped for that as well. I'm looking forward to looking how like that Doctor Robot guy comes into things like as a villain and stuff like that. And it should be very, very, very interesting as to like what happens throughout the rest of the anime, which I have not read, and I probably will not read this one, to be honest. Next up is Attack on Titan. Obviously, the second season is coming out right now. I have not seen any episodes of the second season yet because I'm watching JoJo's still. I want to finish JoJo's off first. Yeah, Attack on Titan. I mean, what can I say about this? It's a really, really good anime about like obviously it makes you think about like what happens in the future if like X happens or Y happens and stuff like that. And it's just interesting to see what's it called? It's interesting to see like all the mysteries that are gonna unfold because I feel like it leaves you with a lot of questions in a way, like for example, like the key to the basement and stuff like that, and like who are the other Titans and all that shit. Like it just leaves you with a lot of questions that I think can highly benefit. Sorry, not benefit. What am I even saying at this point? I think that Attack on Titan has a lot of potential to go far, and I'm looking forward to see how they unravel the mysteries that have been presented, because obviously there's a lot of them. And yeah, I think overall, as an anime, the reason it's not ranked higher for me, it's just because I thought that it was like over. I don't know, how do I put this. I don't want to say like overplayed, but at the same time, like, yeah, kind of, because man, I feel really bad for saying like overplayed, because it wasn't really that overplayed. Like all like the battles and the scenes and like all like the themes to it and stuff. I just feel like it there wasn't like a spectacular moment in it for me. It kind of just built, it really built up. I guess the final battle would have been versus the female Titan, but even that was kind of just like, even that kind of wasn't just like super. I guess this didn't have anything that completely stood out to me. I don't really have any justification for that. It just, nothing that really stood out to me. Anyways, next up is Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins. The reason it's this low is I honestly thought it was kind of a discount Maggie. To be completely honest, I really felt like it was just a discount Maggie. Their plot points and like their journeys were really similar up to a point, and I thought that it just didn't flesh out relationships and philosophies as well as Maggie did, and it didn't really answer as many questions either. Now, obviously, I might be a little bit biased because I got further in Maggie. Like Maggie's almost done, and I've been reading the manga, and I haven't really done that for Seven Deadly Sins. But even from what I know of the manga of Seven Deadly Sins, it seems like it's just not as good as Maggie. It seems like it seems like more of a Gurren Lagann version of Maggie, whereas Maggie's more of like a Code Geass version of Seven Deadly Sins in a way, where it's more like philosophical and thinky, whereas Seven Deadly Sins is more just like brute force fighting. So yeah, that's what I got from it. Number 16, Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is 16 because honestly, it was. I know a lot of people watched it for like what's it called? Like I heard like, oh, it's like something democracy makes you think about I didn't really think about any of that during Kill la Kill, to be honest. I just thought like, oh, this is like an entertainment anime, kind of like Sword Art Online. And it was entertaining. I mean, it was very entertaining. I really liked how I really liked Mako. I really liked how Mako developed, like all like how she stops everything. There wasn't too much development in this, but it was definitely entertained me, and it had a decent plot to it, especially how they turned the villain into a protagonist as well, and then make a new villain. That was really cool. That was really cool. Completely did not see that coming. Yeah. Anyways, number 17, Akame ga Kill. Akame ga Kill. What to say about this? I super loved all the characters in this. All of the characters I thought were really like fleshed out. They had like their own motives and stuff, like their own like unique personalities and like motives for why they're doing what they're doing, why they're in the Night Raiders. And that's why it's number 17. Spoiler alert coming up. Skip ahead again because this is a huge spoiler. All right, now that's why it's 17. I love all the characters. There aren't any. There's one character left alive at the end. Like what? Hello? How are you gonna? You can't. I mean, okay, I kind of get it. But why do you have to kill off everyone? Everyone. You kill off everyone. Okay? Like it's so annoying to me. Like, come on, you can't even like. I did like the relationship between Death and Tatsumi. Is that the main character in that? No, am I right? Let me look it up really quickly. Tatsumi Death. Yes! Okay, I was right. It is Tatsumi. Oh, look at me knowing all my anime. Yeah. So I really like the relationship between Tatsumi and Death. I thought it was really cool how, like, obviously, like, the cold-blooded killer goes after, like, the one that she can't have or whatever. I guess she kind of does keep him, like, on a leash and stuff. But, you know what I mean. Yeah, really cool. How I really did like all the characters, though. I thought there was like a really cool character development and interactions and stuff like that. And especially like right from the get-go, oh my god, all those feels. And I already said spoiler alert, those people better not be here. So right from the get-go where he sees his friends like lynched by the rich people, oh man, that just drives instant motive. That just, oh my god, that's so ridiculous. Jesus Christ. That turned dark so quickly. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Yeah, it's number 17 just because they killed everyone off, or else it'd be higher. I did like the storyline, though. Number 18, High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead. I kind of thought, and this is where we get to the point, where this is the point where it's just kind of like meh for me. Like these animes, these animes right here, were kind of just meh for me, to be honest. And I'll explain why. For example, like High School of the Dead, it was kind of just meh for me, and the reason for that is I feel like it just didn't accomplish anything. And I know there's probably manga or light novel for this as well, but I don't know about it, and the first season just leaves it kind of meh. It feels like they just over and over again. Oh, we find a shelter, we fight zombies. Oh, we find another shelter, we fight zombies. But like, it just got so repetitive and like, I don't know. I mean, sure they drive up the relationships and stuff like that a little bit, but like, even just from the get go, like the relationship in episode 1, the relationship was already established between. I don't even remember the characters' names, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I remember. Did I remember every single character's names? Wait, let's see. Luch was the thing, and then there was like Lelouch. That's all Lelouch and Cece. There's a Satsuki, I think, right? Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, Yoko, Kamina, Simone, Sora and Shiro, Stephanie. Yeah, Okarin, Mayuri, Mikase, Kurisu, Gon, Killua, Leorio, Kurapika, who else is in this one, anyways? There's the chairman, Nero, I think his name is. There's like Ed and Al and Winry. I love Winry. I shipped Winry and Ed so hard. Subaru, Ram. No one likes Ram. And Amelia. I love Amelia, by the way. I was Team Amelia in that. Okay, if you don't think I know SAO characters, you're stupid. Luis, Saito, Tabitha. Who else was in this? Like, wait, who else was in Luis? I just watched this one. Chirchi. Maggie, obviously there's Aladdin, Alibaba, Morgiana, Hakuryu, Sinbad, yeah. Light and L, pretty much. I don't even remember the girl's name. Rias Grimmery, and I don't remember the guy's name in High School DxD. That's interesting. That's cool. I mean, that's not cool. It's not good. But like, I know Rias' name though. Don't ask why. Wait, who's okay? Obviously, it's Saitama in One Punch Man and Genos. Eren Yeager, and Mikasa is his love life, and there's Armin. And there's that one girl with the potato girl. That's what we call her. Seven Light Sins, Meliodas, Diane, Ban, King. Oh, I don't remember the other one's names. I know there's Merlin. I don't remember the other one's names. Kill la Kill. There's Ryoka. Oh, Mako. The fucking Gilgamesh guy. I don't even remember his name. I don't remember the student council president's name either. Tatsumi, Esdeath, Akame, Leon. And I also remember Chelsea in this one. I don't remember anyone in High School that did, though. Yeah, okay, anyways. Back to topic. Yeah, I didn't like High School that. I felt like it was just too repetitive, honestly. Like, it just wasn't an enjoyable anime that as much for me. Dragon Ball. See, I feel like Dragon Ball Z for me was just like a power level fest. It's just like whoever has the higher power level just wins. Like, honestly, I did not like Dragon Ball Z that much, to be honest. The only part I liked was Gohan and Vidal's like relationship thing. That arc was super funny. But yeah, I am still keeping up with Super, and I think Super is getting to the point where it has like a lot of potential, like where they're actually like implementing more strategy into the fighting and stuff like that, which is super nice to see. So this could easily shoot up. This could easily shoot up the rankings because obviously I love the strategy portions of things. The Devil is a Part-Timer. This was like the second or third anime I watched. I honestly don't remember it very well, but I know that I like it more than these two. I'm sorry, guys. Oh man. All right. Everyone's gonna hate me for this. I don't like Fate, guys. It's so boring. I did watch Zero and I watched Stay Night. This is mostly based on Stay Night. Zero was okay. Zero was pretty okay. But I didn't really understand half of Zero, to be honest. Like the last half of Zero was just kind of like, I don't really get it, and it seemed like it was super rushed in my opinion. Like I feel like it was just like all out brawl. It started off where like, oh, we have to like, they hyped up the thing so much, the fight, they hyped it up so much. And then it's just like, oh, okay, let's just all fight. Like, it's over in like a day. It's like, really? Really? And then Fate Stay Night. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yes, okay. I do like Rin. I do like Rin Tosaka. Tosaka is sick, alright? And I love how Kiritsugu was the guy was Kiritsugu's son that he found in the fire and everything. That was pretty cool, but the anime just lasted so long and it went nowhere. Oh my god. I feel like it just did not accomplish anything. It just made me wait for nothing. It wasn't even like strategizing. It's just like, oh, let's run away. Oh, let's set up this trap and then like run away. It's like, please just do something. I will give them this. I did like the ending where like Archer is his future self or whatever, but like that's kind of cheesy, number one. But number two, like how does that even like work? That seems like super like weird and far-fetched. Like how, and he got so powerful so fast. How the fuck is he gonna like be able to 1v1 Archer? Like when he can't even like he can't even like stand up straight. Like, let's be real. Come on. Anyways, yeah. Number 22. I know you all hate me. That's okay. I feel like this entire fucking anime was filler. The entire thing had absolutely no plot. The plot was like him versus the Syndicate, right? Was Spike versus the Syndicate? What the? He just gets shot. That's all that happened. There's like 2 episodes that include the Syndicate. I understand like the entire thing was character development or whatever. I did okay. I was not into that at all. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. I did not like Cowboy Bebop. Sue me, okay? Sue me. Whatever. Anyways, that's my top 23 out of 23 animes. I guess JoJo's actually. If I had to place JoJo's right now, I'm on episode like 34 or something like that. Where would I place it so far? I'd say it's definitely It's definitely above this. Definitely above this. Definitely above this. Yeah, above. It's above Akame. It's above Kill la Kill. Definitely above this. Yeah, it's definitely. I'd probably put it 11 right now. I don't think it's quite broken. I assume that it's going to break top 10 by the end of it because it's debatable. It's probably around like 11. It could be as high as 7 though. I don't think it's higher than. It actually might go up to 6. I can't see JoJo's being better than Hunter x Hunter for me though. Hunter x Hunter was just so good. But I am thoroughly enjoying JoJo's. It could be as high as 6 and as low as like I'd say it could be as low as 12 as 13, sorry. I would put it below High School DxD in some cases depending on how like it plays out. But let me just say right now, I love Joseph. Joseph is so sick. Although I'm so sad that in his old age, because I just got into that season, he's not doing the where he says what the other person's thinking anymore. That was the funniest part. Alright, anyways. That's been all, guys. Just wanted to try something new. MSO videos will be back for the rest of the days. I mean, this was just my second upload of the day because I missed one yesterday, so I decided to do something different. But anyways, that's been it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.